So today we are reviewing Red Titty. Wait. Welcome, one and all, to the K.O.E. Nation, folks. I am your king of extreme, Phil K.O.E., the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man makes the other podcast cower, the prince and potentate of the political parlance, and one damn handsome man, if I do say so myself. You can find me at K.O.E. Nation on YouTube, K.O.E. Nation on TikTok, K.O.E. Nation on Twitch, and I am joined by my indomitable broadcast partners, the one, the only,
Tony fucking G. Like, share, subscribe.
and
Chicken, super excited for another Irish.
Woohoo.
yes, so, and we are here to review Redbreast 15-year Irish whiskey, folks. This is it fair to say this is one you've been looking forward to, T?
Yes, I love this stuff. I've only had a little bit of it. I haven't had a full bottle. Finally got a full bottle. Very excited.
So, how long have you been waiting to try this one, T?
I've had this one since Christmas, and I haven't had Redbreast 15 in probably a year. Yeah.
So, it's fair to say you've been wanting to try
Yes,
this one.
absolutely.
So, we got Redbreast, single pot still Irish whiskey. All right.
Whiskey.
Wish.
So, Redbreast. What is the distillery?
That's Middleton.
Good old Middleton.
One of Tony's personal favorites.
Do love it.
Now, T, would you like to...
Oh, if I may.
Oh, beautiful pop.
A fucking plus
Beautiful.
there.
You know, it doesn't... Redbreast might not be the most appealing to the eye if you're just not know. If you don't know what you're looking for.
You're not in the know.
Yeah, it's not the most appealing. It's a dark bottle. It's a very plain-ish label, but I think it
It
presents
gives the
nicely.
idea of peat.
Yeah, a little
It
does.
does.
It does. But this is a very, very smooth, very, very drinkable, very nice Irish whiskey.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
That's all cherries, red fruit, and
Yes,
strawberries.
cherries, big time.
And a bit of strawberry.
God.
Like, this is all red fruit and
Very,
cherries
very,
and
very.
beautiful and happiness and gorgeousness. And it's like
I
it's
just
made-
want to put this on ice cream. And
Yeah, you could. I think you could. And this is a very low 40%, 80 proof.
This, like, now we'll see what happens on the palate, but from the nose, this does seem like one of the few whiskeys that you could, like, have some sort of sweet with.
Now, Chicken,
Yeah.
you've never had this. Phil, you've only had this once.
Yes, from our little
Yeah.
sampler pack that we got when we went to Houston, Texas in
Yes.
2020 for the Royal Rumble.
So it's been a couple years since you've
Yeah,
had
it's
it.
been a minute or two, and I do recall really liking this stuff.
Yeah, because you picked up the sampler. The 12 was good. The List 2 was great, and this was amazing.
By the way, the link for the sampler review is in the down there part.
There's the berry fruit, butter.
It's on the front and the back. In the middle is grain and butter.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm getting in the middle. The front and
liquid
back
gold.
is your berries and all that. Not
very
really
sweet.
not getting strawberry, but I am getting like cherry and like
Like almost a raspberry. Like it's a
Actually, yeah,
it's like
raspberry's probably
like those maraschino cherries you buy at the you buy at
very,
Walmart or
very,
something.
very sugary cherry. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's super drinkable. It's a good thing this one's only 40 ABV. This one goes down very, very smoothly. Oh,
This one is interesting, complex,
yeah. Now,
delicious.
There's like a weird, like almost like pepper.
there is a spiciness, but I can't.
I thought it was just the last one that we had, but it keeps coming back every time I have a drink. So.
46% ABV.
Very light though.
So
46.
46, 92 proof. So above the standard 40.
Oh, I am mistaken. I thought it was 40.
You could make that mistake drinking it.
Well, again, if you look at a Redbreast label, the lettering is very, very small. It's not the most presentable, but if you know what you're drinking and you know what you're getting, nobody's going to give a damn about that.
All right, so here's on Redbreast, they talk about the nose, taste, and finish. So let's get into it. Redbreast, this one, the nose, full and rich with a complex yet balanced mix of berry fruit and aromatic oils.
There you go.
I'll give you that. Taste, fully round and mellow with the succulence of fresh fruit combined with spices and toasted wood. And then the finish, okay, no, you don't get it. Finish, long and sophisticated. Okay. Okay. This is me doing that meme guy thing.
No. You know what? They're right. I did pick up a little bit of the long, and I definitely got a hint of
It
sophisticated.
definitely tasted long.
Yeah, I agree. Got a lot of that on the first taste.
And hang on.
A little more
now I'm
sophisticated.
smelling the sophistication.
Okay, there it is.
Okay. My bad. I'm sorry, Middleton.
Yes.
I wonder what they use to make it taste so long.
Oh, you know.
Is it the barreling? Is it?
I'm sure they use longer staves. It's gotta
Oh,
be
that's it. That's
Oh.
it. Got it.
Brilliant.
So, yes.
Oh,
I'm sure the folks at Middleton are like, we love this review so much. Let us send you a free case of whiskey. We love you so much.
that's fine.
That
I
would
have some suggestions.
Anytime,
like
yeah.
this guy would not only keep the box but also like the paper that
The stamps.
yeah, the stamps, everything is like someone from Middleton sent something to me. Oh my god.
I would probably wallpaper my room.
Oh god damn it. So, folks, now we move on to the really hard part of the show, the grading. For those who don't know, we grade on a 5-star scale. 5 meaning you have to have it before you shuffle off this mortal coil. 0 meaning pass it on by. The K.O.E. Nation has advised you well. So we're going to grade this as an Irish whiskey, a whiskey, cask-aged spirit, it's shelving, and for those new to the show, the secret 5th question. So, gentlemen, as an Irish whiskey, how would you grade this? And while you're thinking of that, highly awarded and critically acclaimed Redbreast 15 is a single pot still Irish whiskey comprising exclusively of pot still whiskeys which have been triple distilled and matured in the finest oak casks for no less than 15 years.
There you have it. This one's highly regarded in the Irish community. It's a well-respected brand. It's 15 years. It tastes incredible. Pot still is just an Irish staple. That's amazing. 4.5.
Yeah, when I think of what an Irish whiskey at 15 years should be, it should be complex. It should have a lot coming at you. It should be long and sophisticated.
Yes.
No, I agree with you, though. This is fantastic. And there is like, I keep getting it every time I go back for another sip. There's just this tiny spice in there at the very end of it, just to make sure you know, like
Can't quite pick it out, but
well,
it's
it
there.
never stops. It just like there's always a new flavor popping in there. So I really like it. Yeah, 4.5. I think 4.5 as an Irish whiskey. This is great.
Like, this is a perfect proof of type for Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm going to agree with you guys. 4.5.
Yeah.
4.5 stars out of 5.
Marvelous.
So, I mean, this is one that you're going, hey, Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
And the person that drank from this bottle would at least have a better idea as to the proof of type.
Yeah, that's
so.
This is what Irish whiskey should taste like.
Yeah, that's why
Yes,
this one's so well
ideally,
regarded.
anyways. First few times I tried Irish whiskey, I was kind of hoping for something like this, and I was like, But,
Yeah.
No, you got to get there.
So we now move on to whiskey. This is a whole wide world of sports, putting it up against all the scotches, all the bourbons, all the Canadian whiskeys, Japanese whiskeys, what have you. So, T, rip the Band-Aid off.
I'm going to go 4. It's 46, which it doesn't taste like 46. I was surprised. I thought this was going to be a low 40, but as a whiskey, you could put this on ice. I don't think it would dilute it terribly, and it'd be just as good. Actually, diluting it would make it even more drinkable if that's possible. You could cocktail this because it's so sweet and it's got that berry flavor. So you could do some interesting stuff with this. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Do you want 4?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 4.
I think the cocktailing's a little limited.
Yeah, you can do everything.
There's a few specific things probably
I think it would
we
work
could find
amazing
to
for-
throw this at.
Yeah.
But as far as just pure drinkability, how does this stack up against everything else? God, I hate to just like follow right along with you, but I
fair.
agree. This is a 4. This is a fine whiskey. if the proof was lower, I wouldn't keep it at 4. The proof as high as it is, it's as smooth as a Irish is.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting that little punch in there. If it was only 40, I'd probably give it a 3.75.
Okay, there you go.
I'm going to agree barely.
Okay.
And the reason is, I mean, people are saying don't cocktail it. I would disagree. Don't put this on the rocks, definitely. But cocktail, now this is one I just found out about the other night. It involves sherry, orange juice, and rye whiskey.
Oh, okay.
And I think
Could do that.
replace the rye whiskey with this, because this was not finished in a sherry cask. So it's not going to be contradicting each
like
other
that.
there. So this is one you could get very interesting with your cocktails. So I'm going to stick
that.
with 4, like
Okay.
you guys said. Again, I'm agreeing on this one, but I think we're about to shift gears here.
Okay.
Cask aged spirit. So, on a 5-star scale, Tony G, as the person who's been looking forward to this the most, how would you grade this as a cask aged spirit, 15 years of Irish whiskiness?
15-year age statement is one of the most impressive that whiskey can have, just because it doesn't give that price point of 18, and it's still more impressive than 12. It's like that perfect middle ground. It doesn't matter if it's Irish, Scotch, bourbon, whatever. 15 generally is some of the most high quality whiskey you can get without getting in the extreme age statements. And that in mind, with all the flavor going on here, 4.75.
Chicken.
I'm probably not going to go that high. There's other 15-year age statements. You're absolutely right. 15s typically is like, whew, and especially affordability for most folks, and not having to throw down $500 for a bottle of something.
I was going to say 15 year for most whiskey seems to be that perfect intersection between quality and value.
Yes.
With that said, I would say now Tony's really, really all about.
I'm a fanboy. So
Yeah, he's an Irish
No.
whiskey
I went a little
fanboy.
high.
What?
But I
don't
don't disagree with that. It's really, really good. I just don't think it's a 4.75. I'm going to give it a solid 4.
That's fair.
Because there are some great scotches, and
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's several things that, outpace this by a little bit.
I'm going to have to agree with Chicken on this one.
That's fair.
I'm going to give this a 4.
I had to
because-
throw a little extra onto mine. because I
we're
knew you guys were
aware.
gonna be
We're
wrong
aware,
by a
but
little.
yeah, it's excellent stuff. It's aged 15 years. They didn't really do anything other than just leave it in the cask it came in for 15 years, which is perfectly fine. Plenty of fine scotches have done that. Glenfiddich, great example.
Absolutely.
So this is one that it's kind of all over the place, and you don't quite know where to put it. You know you like it, but it's just a little different from what you're used to. So now we move on to its shelving.
Top.
Yeah, I would probably agree. It's still top shelf whiskey for me.
Go ahead and say you'll put it in the middle. You'll be wrong. That's fine.
You know, I'm glad I've got Tony here to just kind of like speak for me
Yeah.
in times. It's very efficient.
Are
but-
you? You're glad about that?
No, not really. I mean, there's people that aren't getting every
Holy
sweet,
shit.
beautiful summer sound that are my voice. I mean, come on now. That's tragedy. Yeah, this is middle shelf for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, but excellent stuff. Still wouldn't be bad. I'd still be enjoying it thoroughly, but
That's top
let's also
shelf
be
item.
frank. My top shelf's a little crowded.
Yeah.
A little bit.
So, now, for those new to the show, the secret 5th question. Tony, what did you pay for this bottle of USD?
I got this one for Christmas, and it was generally you're going to see this one for probably right under or right above 100, generally speaking.
All right, so solid Benjamin.
Yeah,
So
let's say
$100 dollar. Will you seek this out again when it runs empty?
I love this. I would love to have this on hand at all times. The problem with Redbreast is they're coming out with just a ton of other options. I never got to try the small batch. The PX Sherry cask is out now. I've never tried the cask strength. I'd like to, so I might actually pick up one of these other Redbreast offerings. Obviously, I've had the 12. I've had the Stew. I've had this. I do want to try some of these other ones, and they do get very, very pricey with like the 21, the 27, anything else insane, and they are very expensive once you get past the 15 years.
Yep.
So If I want a high age statement Redbreast, this is the one to have. This is affordable in terms of that. So I would generally have this on hand, but if I saw a small batch or a PX Sherry, I may pick that up first, maybe even a cask strength.
How many hundreds of dollars is the 21 year? Is it like $400?
21, yeah, I want to say like 300 maybe, and then the 27, the Ruby Port is like 600 or 700.
Damn.
Maybe,
So
maybe more,
they get a little spendy once you get past here.
Yeah.
So, Chicken.
I'm kind of where Tony is. I've been looking for the PX Sherry cask. Honestly, I'm gonna buy that one first, and then I have a whole list of other bourbons and other things I'm looking for. But again, like if I strike out on my hunts and this is staring me down as I walk down the aisle, I might just say, "Son of a bitch, I'm gonna grab it."
If I could only have one Redbreast out of the standard line of the 12, the Stew, and the 15, I'd probably pick this one over the other two.
If there was the existence of the PX Sherry Redbreast is what's kind of throwing off this particular question, because to me, my immediate thought is no, because I'm going to go for the PX Sherry because
there's new and exciting brands.
Yes, yeah, and I've noticed, like what you said, like every couple of months, Redbreast has got something new coming out. Apparently, their casking and their coopers and everything, apparently 5-10 years ago, had some pretty neat ideas, and it's finally hitting the market. So,
darn.
Yeah, I know. Shucky darns. Or in this case, 15 years ago.
So bad for us consumers.
I know.
Time to be into whiskey.
So that would be what I would pursue, is more of the same brand, because there's so much more to explore here. And the deeper I get into Midlton, the more I have a begrudging appreciation for it. Like I always try to temper my enthusiasm for Midlton Distillery products, because Tony over here is so enthusiastic. So I try to temper that a little bit, but this one, not too bad, folks.
Beautiful.
Culmination of a journey, T.
It is. Yeah, this is just, I love this stuff. If you've never tried Redbreast 15, I highly recommend it.
I love the 12 in the stew as well. Wait, like the 12 is really affordable if you're just wanting to. I thought the 12 is like a great entry into Irish, without breaking the bank and a pretty basic Irish whiskey. It's good stuff.
Yeah, again, if you can find a sampler pack of the 12 little stew and the 15, which is a very readily available product in a lot of areas.
And fun to drink.
I definitely get that. You'll find what you're looking for in the affordability under the Redbreast label without having to buy full-size bottles, because they are definitely different in terms of flavor. So yeah, definitely sample it if you can, and then buy all three anyway, because they're all amazing.
Yep.
Well, folks, there you go. I mean, what else is there really to be said? And, well, as I'm known to say around here, all that being said, thank you for joining us here at the K.O.E. Nation for this review of Redbreast 15 year. I am your King of Extreme, Phil K.O.E., the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that makes you the podcast cower. Folks, I hope to find all of you back here happy, healthy, much the wiser. Raise a glass to all yourselves just for being here. And folks, Tony, Chicken, take it away.
As always, appreciate you. Love you. Cheers.
Thanks for coming by.
Smooths itself out.
Get back, tell you what I'll do. if I ever get back. I promise to refabricate you, raging rivers of gold. That's what the brochure advertised. And now we're lost, we gotta take it down. Let you down slow, it's hard to survive. El Dorado. Oh, Lord. Well, let's see how that one went.
Yeah,